Namaskar learner. I am Professor Ramesh Chandra Gaur. Welcome you to this webinar series on transforming teaching learning process using ICT tools, which has been organized by the PGTBA College. I thank the organizing team, Mr. K.K. Srivastav, Ms. Shikha, Dr. Suchi, Dr. Sunita, and overall Dr. Mukesh Agrawal for inviting me to speak or share my views on this important topic, enhancing quality teaching, learning, and research using deep web search engines. I'm currently working as a Dean and Head Kalanidhi Division at Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, Ministry of Culture, and I'm responsible for smooth conduct of 9 PG diploma courses and 7 certificate courses. Out of that, 4 online courses in research methodology, research publication, ethics, and other areas have been organized at IGNCA. And my profile and email IDs are given. So let me begin my talk. Whenever you want to search information on internet, where you go? You go on Google or any other standard search engines like Yahoo, AltaVista. But do you know certain facts about such searches, particularly about Google and other standard search engines? Let me give you some information. Google or any standard search engine provide access to just 15 to 20% web content because it doesn't index over 80 to 85% web contents. So when you are searching on Google or any standard search surface engines, you are missing a large amount of information on web. That was point number 1. Point number 2, Google search does not certify the authenticity of the information. Like what information you are searching is fake or genuine or disinformation or misinformation. Google will never tell you. Point number 3, while searching on Google, you may not get most relevant results higher up in relevancy ranking. Like the first result which you go or which you get may not be the most important or best result or the result which you are looking for, because Google has its own way of indexing. And like see this example, I was searching top open access journal and result was the best access journal Omics International. Omics International is a pedigree publisher. It has some US government has filed a case against that publisher. So I'm asking for the best and it is giving me a pedigree journal. And moreover, how to deal with information overload on information explosion on the web. Many people start believing that everything is available on internet. There is no need of library. Internet is having everything. My dear friend, internet is not a library. Internet is not even a digital library. So this entire web, what we call it World Wide Web, has different component. It has surface web, which is searchable through Google and other standard search engines. It has deep web and it has dark web. Now this deep web is also referred invisible web, or sometimes we call it hidden web, because it contains a lot of valuable data. It contains good research information, good academic information, good government data resources. And these resources are free. And these are very valuable resources for teaching, learning, and research. But unfortunately, many of our researcher students are not aware of that. So now, and this size of this deep web is very, very, very high. It is 2000 times greater than the quality of the surface web. It has over 600 billion individual documents, and 95% of this web is free, publicly accessible without any subscription. So you don't know how to search, then you are missing a very, very important part. So in this presentation, I'm going to give you some tips how to search deep web. So there are different kind of search engines have been designed by the researchers. We call it federated search, web skill discovery, or meta search. So under that meta search, different component of the web has been indexed, and a number of tools have been designed to search web. Like there are certain kind of semantic search tools and databases. There are certain kind of meta search engines like academic index. There are certain type of search engines and databases like Oyster. There are different kind of academic search engines. In every discipline, there is a different kind of search engines like Google Scholar. There are scientific search engines and databases like GoPubMed. There are collaborative information databases like Delicious. There is open access search engines like Core. So when you talk about these databases, in every subject discipline, you should know what are the various kind of these databases. Like when we talk about semantic search tools and databases, listing has been provided by me. It may be more than that because I can give you some limited example. But if you search semantic search tools and databases in biological sciences or social sciences or academic science, you will get this result. So all these Freebase, PowerSet, K2, DBpedia, all these things are very valuable semantic search tools and databases, and you can find out a lot of valuable information resources, educational contents on these search engines. Then there are meta search engines like Surfex, there is Academic Index, Infomine, Clusty, Topile, Turbo10, Multisearch. So all these databases are discovery which provide multi type of information which you are looking for your academic study and research and other learning resources. Then there are journal search engines and databases like these databases and search engines will provide information from place on the internet. Most typical like DeepWeb, Oyster, Direct Search, and all these are authenticated certified information resource databases. Then academic search engines and databases. In every subject discipline, you will find different kind of academic search engines. Like Google Scholar is multi-purpose. WorldCat is multi-purpose. Get Cited. This database of academic journals, articles and book chapters also include a discussion forum. Then you have HiByPress. HiByPress. This is the Stanford University has certain different kind of tools to access thousands of peer-reviewed journals and full-text articles. OpenJGate, this is done by one of our Indian company. Directory of Open Access Journals contains 15,000 journals in different areas. Then Virtual Learning Resource Center, it also contains a lot of information. Then there are scientific search engines in databases, particularly for science students. So the scientific community keeps many databases that can provide a huge amount of information but may not show up in searches through ordinary search engines like Google and other things. So what are these databases? ScienceGov. If you want government data on science from US, go for ScienceGov. If you want information on Cyprus, and GoPubMed is like it's a big biological and life science databases. There are different kind of other databases. And even you can design your own search engines. Like there are some tools which can help. You can list out the databases you want to regularly use. You can customize your search engines. So whenever you will search, like it is a kind of integration of different resources in a single window search, just like Google. So when you search, you will search like you want to regularly use 10 databases. So you design your own search engines. Then there are some collaborative information in databases like Delicious, Dig, Technocracy, Reddit. So all these were a different set of information, different like sometime blog post, sometime article. So multi-purpose information is available on these databases. Then open access search engines. These are the most important for you. This Core, Base, and Copac. Must note, these are the most important resources to get to know open educational resources available in your area of interest. What is Core? Basically, it is an experimental service allowed keyword and semantic search of over 10 million open access articles. Base, it is one of the world's most voluminous search engines, especially for academic open access web resources from over 2,000 websites. It allows you to search intellectually selected resources and their bibliographic data, including those from the deep web. Copac, so basically, there is a consortium in USA, GISC. So it's provide 70 major UK and Irish libraries. So it's a combination of, if you want to know something from European countries, information from European country, this is one of the very, very valuable databases. Apart from that, this base is like, this is a screenshot of that base, like it looks like that. You just need to go to the base and you can search basic search, advanced search. Then there are different kind of sites which provide you information like Tech Extra. It provides you articles, keywords, books, latest industry news, job announcement, e-journals, e-prints, technical reports, latest report, thesis and dissertation in the area of technology. Then there is a InfoMine. InfoMine is basically, it is a very valuable search engine for deep web search. It has on library catalog, electronic journals, directory of research articles, mailing list, and many other information available in InfoMine. Then this is another very important deep web search engine, that is Deep Web Technologies. It provides you a lot of valuable information on business, medicine, science, and other subjects. Virtual library. This is one of, it gives you instant access to hundreds of different categories and databases on a wide variety of subjects. Anything from agriculture to anthropology. More about this amazing resources, it's the oldest catalog of the web. It provides you books which may not be available in any other places. It is connected with the both free and some commercial sources also. So this is virtual library is one of the largest list of the publication. InfoPlease, if you want to know best something, it also acts as a calculator, spell checker. It gives you information about the places, periodical table, conversion tool, fact monster, and various kind of other information. It's a multi-purpose deep web search engines. Internet Archive is one of the largest and most important resources available to you. This has books, this has articles, this is having a manuscript, this has a old books, rare books. So what you do, the figure now has crossed over 60 billion records on this. Like suppose you want to ebook, which is not available in your library. You can search ebook here, and you can get it on interlibrary loan for 14 days. After 14 days, it will be automatically deleted from your database. This is free without any cost. You need to just register yourself, your login ID, nothing. Very important database. And I can tell you, if you want any international publication, this is very important database, and you must keep a note of it. And if you want US government data, which is providing information about US local government, and also Library of Congress is the largest library of the world. It also provides the catalog information of that particular library. It has a number of, like USA is a multiple agencies and multiple government organizations work, and this is the very important sites to provide you information on US federal agencies, public access plans, how to submit research paper to funding agencies. It also provides information like if you want to get some information regarding various kind of activities of the US government. So this is one of the It's a gateway to US federal science data and science government. Wolfram Alpha is a computational search engine, which means it stores a vast amount of pure data available to you via only search, but also question and answer format for about like we aim to collect and curate all object data, implement every known model, method, and algorithm. So this is the short of that. Like if you want uh, anything on these subject, on culture and media, on chemistry, on people and history, on physics, on astronomy, all kind of information is covered in this particular platform. Alexa gives you specific analytical information about web properties, more about interviewing resources. Alexa's traffic estimates are based on data from global traffic panel, which is a sample of millions of internet users using different kind of browsers. So this is the Alexa, and then FindLaw is a generic, is a gigantic repository of free legal information on the internet, and offers one of the largest online lawyers directory available online. You can use FindLaw to locate an attorney from the US law and legal topics and participate in the very activities of FindLaw community. The online book page, a service offered by the University of Pennsylvania, gives readers access to over 2 million books freely accessible, just like Internet Archive. And you need not to pay for it. Globre Online, like discover and cherish all art lovers. So if you want some information on art, you will get this information on the Globre. Library Congress has its huge records, as it is one of the most or the biggest library in the world. So you can make use of all those resources. Census data. If you want US Census data, you go to census.gov and you will find all Census Bureau demographic, economic, and geographic studies. Other countries' information is also available here. Like over 60 years, the Census Bureau has performed international analytic work and assisted the collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and use of statistics with the counterpart government. So all that data is also available on this. Copyright is another US government resource. You can put your invisible web search tools. You can view works registered and documents recorded by the US Copyright Office. So whatever books are published in US and registered here, any other material, not just books, music, art, and periodicals and other works, every information is available on that. So sometimes you want to know is this journal published from USA or not, you can find out that information. Your catalog of US government publication is available, or more than 50 lakhs records from 1960, 70, 76. Bankrate, an online financial resource that's been around since 1996, offers a huge library of financial information, anything from current interest rates to article on CUSFI and much more. So this is the very financial database. Free Lunch gives users the ability to quickly and easily find free economic and demographic and financial data, provides comprehensive and extensive historical and forecast data at the national and subnational regional level, representing over 93% of global GDP. So it covers over 80 countries, 180 countries, 150 global metro areas of US. It has more than 200 million economic, financial, demographic, and consumer time series record. And every year they are adding 10 million in this database. So free, this is also free. PubMed, basically it is a US National Center for Biotechnology Information Database. It has medical related information. 24 million records are there. Medline is a part of that. So if you are a biology student or life sciences student, you can find out books, journals, and articles here. FA Data and Research. FA Data and Research, that offers information on how their research is done, the resulting data in statistics and information on funding and grant data, anything from aviation safety to. Then there are a number of other invisible BAF you can search by going on Google. There are a number of important hints, tips, and strategy to search on the internet. So don't rely on old ways of searching. Become aware that approximately 99% content on the internet does not show up typical search engines. So think about the new ways of searching. Look for a database in your subject. Library is the most important place. Librarian is the most important person to help you. You should be well informed about the current development in your field. You should bookmark whenever you search on internet. You should bookmark the particular database. So next time, if you are not remembering that site, you're able to reach it. You should practice regularly various kind of searching tips, and don't give up. Uh, Try to search the most relevant and authenticated information. Uh, Take advice from the librarian and the other your subject experts. There is a deep dive Wikipedia also, but I don't recommend more on Wikipedia and other thing, but I will recommend all these other invisible resources available on deep web. Uh, with these words, I would like to thanks all the resources which I have used for my presentation my presentation to create awareness among students and researchers about this web search, and my email ID is there. So if you want to have any query or anything, you can just contact me. Uh, Internet is having so much information. Every information is not relevant. Every information is not authenticated. Every information is not to be used. Every information is not good for your study. So you should be a well informed internet users. Never use any resource which you are not sure of its authenticity and genuineness. Only certified or recommended databases should be used, because if you use a fake information, your study will be on the wrong direction, your research will be on the wrong direction. So my suggestion is that uh, use the tips which I have given you in this presentation, how to search on web, and also whenever you are having any issue or problem related to any kind of resources, you must go and consult your librarian. See, library is the best place to get right material or right information. There may be something which is not available in the library, but librarian can help you in locating that information. So never for academic and research activities, never search on Google. Search contents on a good open education resources site, on a good uh, uh, open access resources which are well justified, well tested. So I hope this will be useful to you. Thank you very much, and I will be happy to answer your questions during the webinar, or if you are not able to join in the webinar, if you have some questions, feel free to contact me and talk to me through email. I'll be happy to answer you. So be a good learner and aware learner. Internet is very useful, but be very careful in using internet. Thank you. All the best.